anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? And welcome to Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Crumbstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's tackled at the 25, same spot it would have been had he left it in the end zone. Run it out of the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? The 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. No chance to catch him there.
Chris, you talk about an unbelievable way to start this game off. First play of the game, and we got a touchdown.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge. The biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be into that postseason at the end of the year.
Give it to the back again. He's past the marker and still going. They stop him, but it's a first down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
The quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Great screen over the right side. Can they chase him down? All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Alabama. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver Kirk perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Starts out at the 16, would have been a lot better off just taking a knee in the end zone. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of a play.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. He hands it off from the gun. They'll tackle him out across the 20. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here, Kirk. A long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
Well, both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together. And this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset, attacking all game long, and find out who the best team is late in this game.
The shotgun handoff here. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the 1st down.
Handoff here from the shotgun.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield on play action.
And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it can be a long day.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. And here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Is that supposed to be a sweep? Unbelievable job by this defense of recognizing the play and showing their speed there to blow this play up.
They'll kick it away here. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Bringing pressure. Oh, what a grab! Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
After one explosive play, the offense suddenly moves inside the opponent's 45. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Finds his target. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. This goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Send the back in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Breaks free. No shot to bring him down. Brought down, but the completion Motion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
This will be a challenge. 2nd and goal from the 14. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. They've been stopped on 3rd down twice in the red zone already. Can they find the end zone this time? So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of 1. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a 3rd and goal. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
The pocket breaking down. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Tide.
Man, once in a while, a guy just makes a great play. This defense had nearly everything covered except for the quarterback and his ability to take off with his legs. This is a great scramble by the QB and a nice decision to pull it down and go for the touchdown.
No problem with BAT right down there. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. You'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. The receiver grabs it. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. The pass rush closing in. Swarm to the pass rush. A sack.
Another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. You just think of over the years, probably the last 30 years. We're all the way back to John Copeland on that 1990 to Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Ron Payne, Quentin Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
So after consecutive losses, they got to come up with something here on third and very long. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Rebels pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. On first down, it's play action. He came in an escape. It's a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Play action fake, looking to throw. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Fielded near the 20. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Off the play fake on first down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
They go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They'll look to throw it here on second down. He's going to take off. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the first down.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Offense will try to convert a third and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. And the punt team now on to kick it away.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
Quickly behind the sticks here Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking downfield near the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rebels.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read. Puts the ball where his man can make a play on it. And they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Point after, up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Fights through a tackle.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? He's running out of time here. And they trap him for a sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Third down attempt unsuccessful. They'll punt it away. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. The first play of the drive now, the beginning of the 41. Ball handed off. Gets the first and still running. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Ole Miss. He wins the foot race to the end zone.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. And timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, their hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
So on second down, they'll try out the field goal unit, try to get 3 before halftime. The attempt from 47 yards. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. And after the miss, still down by 7. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to begin the second half. kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the third quarter. They get the second half started with the running play. Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now the handoff. Not much on that play, brought down short. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And that catch is hauled in. Second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Oh, great juke, and he's in the clear. They finally make the stop, but a chunk play there moves the ball inside the 10.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the 1st down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught in the flat by the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the 2nd half.
So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. The Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Alabama comes up with the line quickly.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their call.
He's in the clear. Out past the 30. At the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go to that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job. The running backs vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Well, this has proven to be a fun one for two teams testing each other, showing their quality, and now who's going to make the push down the stretch and emerge with a huge win.
Boy, Chris, this is a huge opportunity. Still with the game in balance, who's going to be able to secure this victory, not only to prove they're the better team, but to also show the committee they're deserving of getting the upper hand when it comes to decision time late in the year.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. Picks up the first, looking for more. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. This is a regular season game, Kirk, that's kind of felt like a playoff game. We expected that. The difference is, if you lose here, you're not out of it.
Chris, as you say, they're definitely not out of it if you lose this game. When you're a top-5 team late in the year playing in this kind of matchup, the win not only gives you confidence, but also, you'd like to think, a much easier path in a postseason. Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football. But that time, finally, the defense comes up with an answer for it.
Crucial third down play right here. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Moves out of the pocket. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. The Rebels will bring their punt team onto the field.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now, big decision coming up here on fourth.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. Comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
They'll run it from the gun. Oh, look at the quick cut. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. Tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Completion makes it second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle finally made at the 37. And first and 10 from there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Finding space at the 20. They finally stop him all the way down to the 6-yard line.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and the receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
Nothing on 1st down, so now it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. And the defense closes in quickly to stop him short of the goal line.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team able to bring him down. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. It's a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Hey, I can understand the play call here, backed up deep in your own territory, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, but you got to be careful of being too conservative, because this defense right now, they're trying to get the football back, and they're selling out against this run game.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking for a man. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
The offense really clicking against this battle defense. 1st down. They're going to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Rebels come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for...
Touchdown, Ole Miss. This offense really clicking.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and they bring the football to the 25-yard line. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. And it'll be Smothered right at the line for no gain.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Drops back in the gun. Pressure is coming. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's got it with room to run. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
I'd love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Oh, he dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. 2nd down.
Oh, man. You have a good play dialed up and a great chance at yards, and it goes right through his hands. That'll drive the offensive coordinator in the booth absolutely crazy.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Grab by the receiver. You make the stop, but it'll be 1st down from the 13.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on 3rd down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off of that nice play.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Running out of time in the pocket. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty marker. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looks to the left. Pass caught. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Field goal is good.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Grinding away with a running game. Some hard running there through a tackle.
Well, this is definitely not the time to get cute as an offense and as a play caller. This defense is thirsty for any kind of big play at all to try to create a turnover. So just keep it on the ground and play smart.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The pass rush closing in. Good as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. We reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. And the Rebels will send their punt team onto the field. And it's taken right around the 35. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. Handoff here from the shotgun. Stop right there at the line and no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They pick up the first on the ground. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
Well, that run didn't go anywhere here on 3rd down. It'll bring up 4th down. And right now, late in the game, they've got to go for this. They've got to call their best 4th and short play and hope to keep the sticks moving.
Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. He's got it, enough for a first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Here's a first down, not wasting any time after that conversion on 4th. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's running out of time here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, there it is. Finally, an opportunity to see what this guy can do with his legs. I think that's his best carry of the day, and it's off of a scramble. Something to keep in mind for him as he gets down to the end of this game. Maybe his legs could be the difference.
Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Defense is coming after him. A crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2. Timeout taken by the offense now. 23 seconds on the clock. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, he makes the catch! And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, barely near the goal line.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. Pass is caught. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And on the final play of the game, just a short game. That'll do it. That's the kind of matchup you hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And now they go to the next step.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.